Hello, welcome to Practical Piano. In this series I record every time that I practice so that you can get an idea of what practice looks like over time. But in this episode, I am going to try to perform a Marshmallow World. And we're going to see how many takes it takes to get a good take. This is for a video Christmas recital. So when you do a video recital, you can take a few takes and then pick the one that is best. And that's what we're going to do. I have about half an hour to do this. Probably go slower on that section. Now, the policy with making a recital video is you want to finish every time you take a take so that you can see which mistakes are going to come up. You get to work through more when you do that. So we're going to finish. I'm going to start from back here. Alright, now the cool thing about this, if this was an in-person recital, you know what, I wouldn't be too unhappy about that. I forgot to do the go-around for the boogie, I forgot to do the repeat on that section, and I made a few significant mistakes, and there's plenty of hesitation, but I went at a pace that was comfortable, and it felt good to do. I wasn't like high stress the whole time. It's a little bit more relaxed because I'm taking this as if for a YouTube video instead of as if I'm on a stage, which makes it more comfortable for me. Now the thing about a recital is we're not looking for perfect. We're looking to present the best work that we have done, the best that we possibly can. The main difficulty with a recital is showing what you've done in front of other people. It is very hard for people to perform, and it's very significant when we do. So that is the heart of a recital. It's not about getting it perfect. It's about giving it your best after you've honed it the best you can with the time and resources that you have. And then it's about sharing it with other people to enjoy. Now I just realized when I take the actual recital video, I'm going to need the camera different, so I'm going to change that. Most of the people are taking the recital video like this. So this is going to be a little weird formatting for this YouTube channel. Usually you see me in a different way, but that's okay. This is the way it needs to be just for today. And when I'm done here, I will do my introduction and my outroduction. I don't know what to call it when you end a performance, but we'll do that after, and we'll edit it all together. Okay, here we go. Hopefully this will be good, and we'll just leave it at that. Okay, now that time was even rougher. The ending was better this time. That was good. My expression in the last page I was not happy with. And I jigged a little with the boogie section. It had a few mistakes in there. So I was actually happier with the first playthrough. But the first playthrough is in the wrong resolution. I need it in this upright resolution. So I'm going to take a drink of water. I'm going to take another look at this whole song, and we're going to try and relax because I can feel the anxiety. I've got a little tension in my chest now. That's anxiety. And that's normal when you're performing. Let's do it again. Nope. Now, one thing that was good that happened that last time is, even though I had several mistakes, I moved past them. And I wanted to talk about how your recital performance is a little different than your everyday practice. You're actually trying to nail things the first time around. That's what the extra stress is. And when you have mistakes in practice, you should go over those mistakes and fix them. But when you're performing, you want to move on without even touching it. that's the one we're going to use. I'm very happy with that. You see, there's still mistakes, but I recovered well from the mistakes. And as you get better and better at performing, by continuing to go to recitals and performances, and by working on your musical expression, you're going to be able to understand the parts that you have trouble with in the song, if you have any parts left that you have trouble with. And you're going to know how to work it so it sounds like that's not really a mistake, but it's intended to be that way. So over here, that's not what I was aiming for. That's close to how I pulled it off this last time. What I was aiming for was just smooth like that. But I could tell it's not going to happen. So that's why I took the pause. And I know if I'm hanging on to this, see, I did that wrong. Then I can lead into the other part, and it sounds like I was holding that on purpose. So there are a few things I did that time around. There was a place where I missed some of the left-hand notes because I was having a trouble keeping track. And when you have trouble keeping track, if you're going to drop anything, drop your left hand, usually, because usually it's your right hand that has the melody. I was happy with the ending on this one. And I'm okay with leaving some mistakes in my practice. I don't want it to be perfect because most of my students are not going to get perfect. And while I would love to do a perfect performance, the amount of times you have to run through it to get it perfect is a lot. 1, I don't have that kind of time. 2, my students don't have that kind of time. 3, I've already told them it's not about being perfect. It's about bringing your best to the table and being brave to show somebody else what you've been working on. And it's a blessing to be able to show music to other people because music is very good for our souls. And I believe it's very healing, and I believe it's lovely when people get to listen to the music that you've worked so hard on. It's very personal, and it's a wonderful experience to share with someone. That's how I think of it anyways. So I'm happy with that. That's how we're gonna leave it. That is the final version of a marshmallow world. Now, it's not going to be satisfactory for some people. And it is common in the piano sphere, in the musical sphere, music education sphere. It is common to aspire to perfect and then think that someone is insufficient if they're not perfect. I teach normal people. We have lives. We have constraints on our time. We have jobs and school and other things that pull us away from piano. Piano is not our #1 thing. And maybe if you're pouring 8 hours a day into piano, that mindset might make sense. And if you are competing, you should expect that whoever has done the most work and has their song the most perfect is going to win the competition. That makes sense, right? If we're all competing, then we should be judged like we're competing. But recitals, unless they are competitive, are not competitions. And they're not examinations. If you're going to an examination, you need to work as close to perfect as you can get if you want a close to 100% score. If you want to pass, you give it the best you've got for as long as you've got, and then you take it. And if you've been aiming for 100, you will get a pass. And if you're practicing every day, you will get a pass. And for a lot of us, that's good enough. For me, I don't like a pass. I like to get 80 or up. That's the range that I like to shoot for. I'm always aiming for 100, and I expect to get around 80. If I get a little less, I might be a little disappointed. If I get more, I'll be happy. Some people are really happy if they get in the 70s. And sometimes that's the best they've ever done, and that's amazing for them. And some people are like, nope, I gotta get 90 to 100. Okay, that's a different level of intensity. And generally, our personalities, the intensity of our personalities, and our drive, and our perseverance will help us achieve what we are looking for. So this is the thing in piano. You need to know yourself. Are you a perfectionist? Is that a weakness, or is that a standard that you hold yourself to that you think is completely acceptable and you should be aiming for 100%? Are you like me? I want pretty good. I want it around 80. 80 or up, I'm happy. Less, I mean, I'm satisfied because, hey, I passed, but I'm not happy with myself. 80 or less. That's me. I need to accept me. I have students who are like, no, I want to pass. And I'm like, okay, we aim for 100, because if you aim for 100, you're going to get lower than 100, but at least you're aiming for 100. If you aim for 60, guess what? You're gonna get like 40. So we aim for 100, but I'm also okay if you just pass. And we're not gonna take the exam until I can say, yes, you'll pass. You need to understand who you are and what you're aiming for. And for some people, it is perfect. They need a perfect thing. Most of us are human, and perfect is not in the works. You've never seen a human live a perfect day. Nobody's living a perfect life. Things don't go perfectly. But if your standard is so high, you can probably get pretty close to the standard that you want if you put enough work in, and that's what you aim for. Anyways, that was a bit of a tangent. We're all different. We have different standards, and that's okay. And when you're at a relaxed event, like a recital, and you're not competing, you just want to share with everyone what you've worked on, and they're there to listen, to see what you've worked on. That is a completely different thing. Relax, enjoy yourself, and express with your music what you would like people to feel. Hi there. Thank you for joining this 2023 Christmas video recital. I've enjoyed teaching each of you, and I'm very proud of all the work you've done. I will be playing Marshmallow World in Boogie. Thank you for listening. Merry Christmas. Hello, thank you all for joining this 2023 Christmas video recital. I'm very happy with all the progress you've made this year. And it's brave of you to join, so good for you. It can be really nerve-wracking to put yourself out there and on camera and to play in front of people or to play for other people. So I'm glad that you're all able to do that. Thank you to parents for your encouragement with your kids, and for setting up the disciplines and structures and helping them prioritize. I just facilitate learning. I know the hard work is done at home on the piano and helping them get to the piano. It doesn't go unnoticed, so thank you. To my adult students, it is hard to discipline and prioritize yourself, so good for you for doing that this year and making so much progress in your piano journey. And good for you for showing up. It can be nerve-wracking to play with younger students, so also very brave of you, and I'm glad that you were able to work through it to be here. I will be playing Marshmallow World in Boogie. Thank you for listening. Merry Christmas.